Greetings, Collective Coven. This is Trey, aka at Taboo Tarot Reader, and happy Scorpio season. It is November 2023. We are past the eclipse season, and I just wanted to offer to y'all a collective Ching oracle reading, checking in with what advice does the sacred Chinese oracle, the I Ching, have for the collective coven in Scorpio season in order to manifest optimal outcomes when the thirst is high. But in this collective reading, we'll be working with the I Ching oracle deck as designed by Klaus Holitska, a beautiful deck. So if this is something that interests you, welcome. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today, October 31st, 2023, Samhain, in order to propose a little query on behalf of the collective coven. Brujas, charge your crystals, smudge the cat, lock the door tight, because we're going to spill all the tea today. Spirit, what message does the sacred Chinese oracle, the I Ching, from the realm of the Tao, what advice, what message does the collective coven have a need to know in order to optimally manage change and respond in November 2023, according to the Gregorian calendar? Spirit, please help us be a pure and accurate channel to receive. Thank you so much. If you are still with me, let's now see what message does the I Ching have in store for us. For those who are new to working with this ancient divination system, the I Ching is a divination system that evolved in ancient China, originally with bone carvings. Then it evolved into the 50 Yarostock method, then the more popular 3-coin method, and now the hexagrams. The 64 hexagrams have been put onto oracle cards to work with as well. But no matter how you work with the I Ching, it has a knack for often accurately reflecting to you your blind spots and giving sound sage advice from the Book of Changes, which we will be reading a passage from today. For I feel it's really important ultimately to always refer back to the Book of Changes when interpreting the hexagram from the I Ching. Okay. Let's see, what is the message? We got 2 messages. Perfect. I Ching number 59. Let's get a good look at this image in order to intuitively interpret this hexagram's energy. And I Ching number 39. Interesting numbers there. beautiful images. Okay, I Ching number 39 from the Book of Changes. Start with that one first. Is obstruction. The lower trigram is mountain, keeping still, and the trigram above is the abysmal water. So we have in this hexagram the trigrams for mountain and water, those two elements in the I Ching system. So intuitively feel into that elemental combination, water and mountain. The judgment for obstruction is thus. Obstruction, the southwest furthers. The northeast does not further. It furthers one to see the great man. Perseverance brings good fortune. And the image, water on the mountain, the image of obstruction. Thus, the superior man turns his attention to himself and molds his character. Sit with that for a hot minute. Obviously, obstruction, you can see here, this is about a blockage for people. This, and we all have certain energetic blockages. This is drawing your conscious awareness. In November, I'm sensing Scorpio season to where is your Kundalini sexual life force energy? How's that flowing? Where's that at for you? And is your root chakra, Muladhara chakra, blocked? Do you have any knots in your bandhas? Like things of that nature. That's how I'm sensing this message intuitively, because Scorpio energy. Scorpio is in Vedic astrology ruled by Mars, and Mars is currently in Scorpio. So that sexual energy is going to be very heightened. And it's, death and sex, Scorpio's realm. Darling. So interpret obstruction, I Ching number 39, in that context, because the directions are important as well. There's a lot of deeper implied meaning with the southwest and northeast, and it's important to understand that the Chinese directional matrix is flipped versus the Western one, often traditionally. So north is south and south is north. Just keep that in mind. But I Ching number 59, before we interpret the lines, let's check in with this message. So again, interesting numbers, 39 and 59. Dispersion, dissolution. Yep, this definitely resonates with the death card in the tarot, I Ching number 59, dispersion, which is Scorpio's card. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Yes, study your correspondences, people, because again, there are a lot of tarot cards that correspond to different I Ching hexagrams, and the specific trigram combination of 59, dispersion or dissolution, Below we have Kan, the water, the abysmal, and above Sun, the gentle wind. Very nice transition there because water was on top here, number 39, this hexagram, and you read hexagrams from bottom to top. So we have this beautiful transition from the water element, okay, into this message number 59, dispersion. So tune into what does now the combination of water and wind feel like to you after that last message, number 39, which was water and mountain. The elements have evolved thus. Yeah, there's that transcendental quality going from the earth, the mountain, into the water, and then the water into the wind and becoming a part of the ether, transcending that obstruction via dispersion or dissolution. Letting go of something, perhaps purging something. But let's read the judgment for number 59. I Ching, hexagram number 59. Dispersion. Success. The king approaches his temple. It furthers one to cross the great water. Perseverance furthers. Yeah, we have perseverance here being echoed twice. This is not an echo chamber. This is the sacred I Ching. And the image of I Ching hexagram number 59 is the wind drives over the water. The image of dispersion. Thus the kings of old sacrificed to the Lord and built temples. Yeah, your body is your temple. Remember that message during Scorpio season before you disperse your seed. Ugh. Meow. 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 I, full disclosure, have my Pluto and Scorpio, that Pluto and Scorpio generation. I also have my Black Moon Lilith exalted in Scorpio. So you can trust a bad witch on this one. When I say during Scorpio season, your body is your temple when the thirst is high. When you feel that lust, that momentary desire. But just know that that sensation is going to evolve and shift and change for you. And the way you interact with your Kundalini sexual energy, you know, bring it back to that before we read the lines. I think it's this overall message that I'm sensing here regarding I Ching number 39 and 59 together is, yeah, it's about, for me here, how do you transcend a blockage, a bondage, a bandha, a knot. And in yogic sciences, there are three main bandhas, three main locks that must be untied in order for your Kundalini energy to rise. And the first bandha is Mula Bandha, which is the Muladhara root chakra, the first chakra, which is the realm of Scorpio, again, as ruled by Mars in Vedic astrology. So many people have a blocked or obstructed root chakra, okay, and then have a very toxic, narcissistic, self-serving relationship with sex, right? And it doesn't become something that's transcendental. It's not a transcendental experience of ecstasy. it's a momentary experience of orgasm. And there's a big difference during Scorpio season, y'all, between ecstasy and an orgasm, between, again, a moment of fully present, a moment of uninhibited, a moment of vulnerable pleasure versus just a climax. And again, we have here 59, hexagram 59, which resonates with the death card, Scorpio's card. I think climax, definitely resonates with that major arcana. Again, Scorpio's realm is death and sex. There is an interesting duality here of death and sex being invoked. But let's check in now with the lines. Yes? So, there in the I Ching Book of Changes, there are specific lines of advice. And the way that I read them, personally, is by comparing, if you have two messages, two hexagrams like we do, is comparing the broken and unbroken lines on those two hexagrams. So, here we have 39. So you can see here we have a yin line, a yin line, a yang line, a yin, yang, yin line. Then on this one, we have a yin line in the first position. Remember, we start from bottom to top. So that line is the same. But the second line is yang. And it's shifting into yin here. So we would read line 2. We would also read line 3 and line 6. So line 2, 3, and 6 for the first card in the sequence, which is 39. Again, obstruction. So the advice is thus. The first line of advice. Going leads to obstructions. Excuse me, the second. We're reading the second line. Excuse me. Pause. The second line of advice. The king's servant is beset by obstruction upon obstruction, but it is not his own fault. Interesting, because the judgment of 59 mentioned the king. Okay, then, let's see, we had, again, it was 2, 3, and 6. So this third line of advice is going leads to obstructions. Hence, he comes back. And the sixth and final line of advice is going leads to obstructions. Coming leads to great fortune. It furthers one to see the great man. Thank you to the sacred Book of Changes, the I Ching. I'll just leave you with that versus giving my final interpretations about that final advice regarding this combination of hexagrams. Again, EJ number 39 and 59. But again, I'm so pleased with the messages that have popped out for Scorpio season, y'all. Thank you again, Spirit. And thank you for tuning in. If you want to learn more about the I Ching, again, I highly recommend to do some self-study. Don't just take what I say at face value. Do some self-study about these two hexagrams in order to tune in and interpret these energies within your own story. And if you enjoy these I Ching readings, check out not only my YouTube channel, but also my Instagram page. In addition to the tarot scopes that I have offered for the rising sign. So check out your rising sign placement and tune into the intuitive tarot readings on Tarot After Dark on Instagram Live. Your presence, again, is truly appreciated. And if these messages resonate with you, and thank you so much for tuning in, leave a comment, testimonial of how this message resonates with you, and make sure to show some love for the algorithm game. Hit that like and subscribe button. Truly helps in the game of the algorithm. Them algorithm donations, yes, they are appreciated for at Taboo Tarot Reader. And with all that being offered to the Interverse, again, my name is Trey, and on this very, very, very special day, Samhain, a sacred day for our ancient elevated ancestors, in which the energetic portal is open. Remember, again, your body is your temple. Your body is your temple. And please remember that before you make a decision to fill your body with any candy, any Halloween goodies. But, live and let live. Enjoy. Toodaloo.